We are back to the warehouse for Blitzball Battle 6. Peter knows ball. Let's talk Blitzball. Ball knower. Welcome back to the Blitzball Boys, a podcast about Blitzball and boys, but lately about Blitzball. I'm your host, Brendan Ruppel, along with my fellow host, Peter Del Rey.
Hey, Brendan. It's over.
It's over. End of episode. Goodbye.
Goodbye. The season's over, Brendan.
Season's over.
One team won,
So
one team
sad.
lost.
One team won, one team lost.
One team won.
It's a two-team
7
league.
teams lost.
It's true. You asked me before the game if I liked this game, and I said it was my favorite of the season. Do you agree? Yes or no?
No, I think so. Maybe I don't know.
Recency
I can't
bias for
think
me, probably.
off the top of my head. I can't think of a better game.
Yeah, but a very good championship. Ended with the walk. Spoiler alert. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, I think that's the big reason as to why I might be leaning more no.
I think I was rooting for Regal Dice during the episode, and I actively went, "Oh no!" when the walk happened. Nicole's like, "I thought you were rooting for Regal Dice." I was like, "Yeah," but I also like just good games, especially with the warehouse stuff. You know how we are. If it's not baggage, then I just want whoever to win. I just want a good game.
How many walk-offs did we have? Not counting extra inning walk-offs. Right now I see there's the championship. There was one more. Okay, we got Ice beating Del Caribe on a walk-off with a very hard play.
No walk-off homers this year, I don't think.
Not a ton. No, not a ton at all.
Yeah, I'd say like in general thoughts about the season.
We didn't have a lot of close games.
I was going to say not a lot of good games as compared to other seasons.
Not a lot of good games, Brendan?
A lot of good episodes of television, but not a lot of great competitive games. A lot of one-sided games.
Woogas versus Whack in the playoffs, that was a pretty good one.
Yeah, that's one of my notables for sure.
I think that's probably what I'm going to say for favorite game right now. Or best game, rather.
Crazy that it takes a lot of luck to have a great championship game too, and this was a great championship game.
It was a great championship game. I'll give you that, because we had I was kind of worried after the Forgotten Rotten versus McFlurry Power, because both teams weren't hitting at all.
Yeah,
one hit in the entire game. I was like, fuck.
This one we got boom, bop, pow, hit.
Bing, back, boonga, 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 boonga. Why don't you burn it before we...
It's the championship game, and We Got Ice looks to put Forgotten Rotten to shame. Like a fat man's toes, Jack Doyle is looking untouchable. He strikes out the side and goes to bat. We Got Ice trying to get on the board, and Big Dick Damali with a 2-run cock shot. Jack to Jack, jelly to jelly. Jack Doyle cannot be foiled. A Joe's-esque home run to make it 3-0. But Mr. Poof and Vincenzo Cabinetti look like they've been playing a lot of Super Smash Bros. The duo get some critical hits and get the 5-run maximum tomato. Backs against the wall. We Got Ice needs 3, but that's a task these boys can accomplish easily. They rally to tie it and can see the checkered finish line as they walk their way to the championship trophy. We Got Ice are your Blitzball Battle 6 champions. Congrats, Hags.
Congrats, Hags. I appreciate the rhyming, Brendan. That was pretty good.
Oh.
The early man was called out for my opinions last time, so me and the early man are beefing.
Yeah, that's true.
We're beefing.
I don't know if you all remember this, but last episode, me and Peter disagreed about how good my burn was, and we let the audience decide or determine whether or not he's a big fat fatty or I am the best burner alive.
Oh, he didn't say, actually.
He sided with me. The audience so far is I did for him because he's on my side.
But me and the early man we're enemies.
I think at this point our biggest fan, so he gets all the say.
I mean, honestly,
yeah. So.
He kind of is our biggest fan. He gets all the same, but he's wrong. So, I have a. We're gonna share secrets at the end of this episode. I just decided.
What? Okay.
We're sharing secrets, Brendan. Me and
okay,
you.
Sure.
I get to start though.
You start, and then I'll think of something good.
Jack looking unhittable from the get-go. You know, Trevor gets a hit pretty early, so idiot Peter said that too fast. But he got a hit that was like it was solid contact, really. Made me worry a little bit, but
a sign of things to come, because if he's hitting Jack at all, he's gonna use Zolek BP, and they did.
Oh, you know what, Brendan? Before I forget, and I
Uh-huh.
get too wrapped up in it, sad up.
Sad up.
Sad up.
This your last
Jack
episode?
did not. He didn't finish over 900.
Oh yeah.
I was like doing the math as I was watching the game. I paused it at like certain points to like do the math of like how many hits does Jack need? Like, because he got his he got out. He lost the 900 pretty early.
Pretty early, yeah.
Right. It was his third at bat. No. Fourth at bat? No.
No, fifth at bat.
Fifth at bat. It was his fifth at bat where he lost it.
It's sad because it's tough because with this for the warehouse games, it's a large sample size, but in reality, whatever amount of at bats it is, like once you get out, it's going to be very hard to make that up to get back over. 900 is a very big number.
Sorry, it was his third at bat. His third at bat.
Once he got that out, he's done.
Once he got that out, I was like doing the math frantically, and I was like, unless this game goes to like double extras, I don't think that Jack is getting to 900.
And then he has to keep hitting us also. But yeah, he got out a second time, right?
He got out a second time. His first multi-out game. His first
now.
strikeout in the tournament.
He's
first
not
time
good.
He struck out.
I'm out on Jack.
Out on Jack.
You're out on early, man. I'm out on Jack.
Whatever. Zoe's not going to listen to this episode. He can't relay it. Jack doesn't have ears.
That's why I felt confident saying Big Dick Tamalia, because he will not hear it.
Big Dick
Tamalia.
Right? Jack was then untouchable for the rest of his life. Trevor is pitching to start for Rotten, and I thought it was going to be more of the same. And then best slugger in the world, Zoe Demalia, says, never mind. Jack gets a single. Zoe hits a home run.
Does Zoe have the most all-time home runs? He does. He's so good.
Yeah.
And like you said it in your notes too. You said like best slugger in warehouse history. Like he isn't the best like pure hitter maybe, but like the dude slugs always consistently.
Not slugs. I don't think he's the best slugger in terms of slugging percentage.
But he has a couple years to weigh him down though.
Well, in like in the sense of like you talk about home run hitters as sluggers.
Yeah,
he's the best.
You're the least surprised that he's the one hitting that home run.
I was the most surprised that there was back-to-back home runs. I don't think I've ever seen that before in the warehouse.
The momentum was crazy at that moment.
Where home runs are so hard to come by. They put up a stat during the game where it was like the whole tournament minus We Got Ice 7 home runs, We Got Ice 6 home runs.
Wow, that's
like,
awesome.
Holy shit!
That's a championship season if you ever heard one.
That is.
So I love that
crazy.
Jack Doyle also seeks out Joe's to be like, Joe's, I did what you did. I did what you did. That's a very funny moment. Always appreciate that.
It was. But back-to-back home runs. Then Trev walks him, and then they get like a fortuitous out where Ryan Cohen really fucking ran over to the wall, got it before it touched the wall for a single. Then Zoe tapped one to Plouffe. Then Jack got another single and a walk, and then Jack strikes out for the first time ever in Blitzball 6
in his life.
And We Got Ice is going in great position, 3-0 to Rotten. What are you thinking during this point, Brendy?
So after the first 3 runs, I was like, that's it, game over. And the next few outs in a row did deflate them a little bit, and I was like, oh, they didn't get to... Because you see the 3 that quickly, and you're like, they're going to get to 5 so easily.
I thought so,
the fact that they didn't get to 5, I was like, that's not good. And then we get into this inning we're about to talk about now. Which made that worse. It made it feel bad. I was scared.
Oh,
I screamed for like a half hour.
Texted me.
Who?
Zoe Demalia.
Your wife.
I'm gonna write to him. I'm gonna say, recording now. Give me a quote.
Give me a quote.
Give me a quote.
Don't make me look stupid.
Fans, don't make me look stupid, Zoe. So stay tuned for that, everybody.
Stay tuned. If you were thinking about logging off just now, stay for another 5 minutes.
Speaking of Zoe, though, kind of an interesting second inning from him. There was a lot of decisions I was questioning. I thought Zoe was going to do a lot better because he's been doing a lot better pitching.
He has. Yeah, for sure. Like, you come into this game and Forgotten Rotten hasn't been like the biggest bat team. And Zoe's been solid, and you think he'd be capable. But Trevor and Shelfie just looked kind of locked in on his pitch speed. Like he was right there for what they wanted to practice.
He had
with.
some really good pitches. There were some that were just
Yeah.
missing the strike zone, where I was like, "Wow, the movement on this is nuts," and he's not missing by a ton. But
just
he
a
was
little
missing
too
by
slow.
enough where Shelfie and Trev's their eye was never going to swing at it.
Right. Because
He walked
again, because of
Shelfie
that
on
pitch speed
6.
too. I think if those pitches were always around 69, then it's harder to take those pitches. But he's just got a
but
little bit less of an
I'm
arm.
trying to say, like, the 4 guys playing in this game probably have 4 of the top 5 eyes in the whole tournament.
Yeah.
You know, like they're really good at pitch selection at what they're swinging at. He walks Shelfie on 6. Trev hits one off the Devastator. Then Shelfie gets a hit off the first pitch, which drives in a run because it was second and third at the time. Ryan got a hand. He dove, got a hand on it, just missed.
It was like in his fingers for a little bit too. He just missed it.
Then Trev gets up. Trev gets a single. Or was it a single? Yeah, Trev gets a single when it was first and third. 2-3 game. At this point, I was thinking, like, Jack kind of said it in like the in-between top and bottom of the second. I was thinking maybe Jack should get in here, or maybe just have Zoe pitching and then Jack pitches to Trev, because you want them to get that one out to have the pressure put on them. Because at the time, Jack was talking to Zoe on the bench. He was like, they had no pressure that entire inning.
And I think they were also trying to steal an out before they got Jack in there against Trev.
Exactly.
Which was a little risky, but it ended up working out, obviously. But I think I maybe agree with you. At that point, you needed to get something like stop the bleeding a little bit.
He was missing the zone too much. I almost feel like it would have been better after he walked Shelfie on 6 pitches where he like really wasn't close.
Yeah.
Like maybe get Jack in there to get Trev out once really quickly.
Yeah.
Just to put some pressure on them.
And to give Zoe a breather too at that point too.
Yeah. I mean, it worked out, but it's like, you know, the teams have been getting better every single year. Who's to say that's going to work out again in BB7?
Right.
So this is all hypotheticals now that we're talking about, though. Trev then hits the wall on a double. Rotten takes the lead for the first time. Then they popped one up to Ryan Cohen for the out, and then Jack was pitching to Trev, gets a double, 5-3 going into the bottom.
That's like a little shocking. Like, oh shit! Like these guys are just going to keep on hitting. Zoe almost like this, that scene you're talking about where Jack's talking about the momentum that they had and like how they just kept seeing pitches, and the more they saw, the better they were. It's almost like Zoe warmed them up, and they just couldn't be stopped after they were seeing the ball so well. It didn't matter that Jack came in to try and get an out. Trev was like, "Oh, this is how you hit a blitz ball. I forgot. Now I'm back."
Right.
And like maybe even 2 games ago, if Zoe's pitching against him, like he's not hitting Zoe's pitching. He might roll over stuff. Like, but he found it at the right time.
Yeah. And then you go into the second question mark of the game, which was Shelfie's pitching. Because Shelfie in his first battle in BB5, he was great.
Yeah.
Phenomenal on the mound. Loved it. Loved
BB5, Shelfie might close this game out and win.
I think so. Yeah. I think they do. I think he does. Shelfie loads the bases before getting an out via walks and hits, a little combination of the two.
A jump slap.
That was for the first run.
Oh, okay.
So he loaded the base on a walk, and then Jack hitting the ceiling, and it like, did it hit him in the glove?
I don't know.
Hit Shelfie in the glove?
I don't know.
But it hit the ground regardless. So it was a hit. And then Zoe is up, and then he walks again. Zoe's discipline was incredible this game. He finished with fucking 5 walks, which is nuts.
Yeah.
And a lot of them, especially against Shelfie, I noticed his... You all right?
Yeah, good.
All right, you baby. A lot of them against Shelfie, I think he walked 3 times against Shelfie. I want to say all 3 times it was like a 2-2 count, and Zoe was like fouling the balls off. And every time he fouled the ball off, Shelfie's pitches got a little bit more wild. Like it almost as though him fouling off the balls near the zone like rattled Shelfie.
Yeah. It was a real like at-bat battle, fatigue the pitcher type of thing. It's like
all 3 times.
It's exactly what you think is supposed to happen when you extend at-bats.
Right. All 3 times. Then Jack, jumps to hit the ball, which I was I rewatched it like 3 times. It
Uh-huh.
was this close to being a double.
Oh yeah.
It
Like
was
just
so close.
okay.
It landed. It died just before the wall, to the
Yeah,
point
like sure
where
hopped it.
when I was first doing it, when I was first typing up my notes, I wrote that it was a double until I had to go back and
Like
you gonna
landed in the
yawn,
crevice.
baby. Brenda's
I
tired.
look like I'm crying.
You are crying. Then Zoe strikes out. Shelby strikes Zoe out, and I was like, "This is it. This is the momentum shifter." And then the warehouse shows everybody that it had already decided the winner, with Rotten getting warehoused incredibly due to the warehouse rules, where Trev he tipped the ball. So even though Shelfie fielded it cleanly, the ball hit the ground and bounced to Shelfie.
Yep.
So
First one to touch
he's
it was
safe.
Trevor. So that means he technically
Like,
made an error.
do I love the rule? No. I
Right.
think because I think that if they were running it out in this scenario, he would still have gotten out.
I wonder if there's a world where they
But
change
rules
the
are
rule to
rules.
like if the ball's trajectory has not been clearly altered. You know,
I mean, I'm fine with it either way. I'm not going to complain.
would you like
about
that rule better if that was the case, or you don't
maybe,
mind?
but that takes too much judgment into it, and that
Right.
would like extend games.
Yeah,
And
it's probably fine
we've
the way it
talked to
is.
Jimmy. How many times have we talked to Jimmy where he was like, "We need to like figure this out better for the participants."
Right. And they've
And it
gotten
seems
replay
like they
done pretty
have.
well. It might not take that long, or maybe it does in person when we don't realize
Right.
because we can see
Like
the edited
that
version.
might be it.
Yeah.
Regardless, that was the warehouse saying, "Sorry guys, this game has already been decided."
I mean,
Shelfie
honestly,
then
once they
full
got bases
count
loaded,
walks.
I had full faith that We Got Ice was going to win because they got bases to a point of bases loaded without really trying, and then Jack jumps in the air and scores a
Yeah.
run with that. So, and that was kind of like a microcosm of his season where he just sees ball, hits ball, no matter where it is. If he's got a good sight on it, he's going to hit it, and if it's 5 feet within the zone. So I was like, oh,
Yeah.
if he could do that, they're going to score 3 runs total this inning easily.
Once the count reached full and Zoe was fouling him off like crazy again, I was like, we've seen this story before this inning.
Yeah.
I immediately thought like he's going to walk in the final run. I hope that he gives him something to hit to make it like a true.
Yeah. I have a
like,
feeling
win.
too. If it wasn't so far inside, he would have, like him being like the creator that he is, was like, I'm gonna swing to get this
No.
final hit.
I'm more saying like I almost wish that Shelfie threw it more over the plate.
That too. I'm separate thought. I just wonder
Um,
what Zoe was thinking. Like, if it's close, I gotta
Right.
swing just for the sake of content.
I don't think so. The way that he was talking made it sound like they really needed.
They just
We'll
wanted
talk
to
to
win
him
at all
about it.
costs.
Yeah, we'll talk to him about it. Shelfie even said he wished it ended on a hit. I was thinking like this is going to be a walk. Like I was worried there wasn't going to be a real celebration.
But that's
Like, I was
the
worried
pros
there
that
was
they
gonna be a
are.
low
Like
energy-
Zoe knows exactly how to celebrate that win, even though it was like
Right.
a fart of a win.
and Jack, but they win 5-6. We Got Ice is the first time they've ever won anything.
Yeah.
Which I was thinking about throughout the game. I was like going through it. I was like, I know we've seen them in a floorball final. I know we've seen them in Blitzball final
Yep.
before.
It's overall
and I'm like,
their first banner.
crazy.
Good for them. Good for them.
Good for them, man. Good for them. Good for the We Got Rice. Game's over, tournament's over, but we still have to finish up this game. Brendan, who is your player of the game?
Player of the game. I think because Zoe got lit up, it's gotta be Jack. Otherwise, I really like what Zoe did at the plate. Sure, Jack got out twice, which is a little embarrassing for him, but the guy had an incredible season. He hit a home run. He doesn't need to be standing on the ground to hit anymore. He's fully leveled up, and the dude's an ace, and they won this game because of him. What a performance! What a season! He was really cool to watch all year long.
Very cool to watch all year long. Very like, it was one of those things where if I want to blow this out of proportion,
Blow
make
it out.
this
Go ahead.
incredible like hyperbole, it's like how people are talking about us watching Aaron Judge now, and it's
Yeah.
like you're watching something special.
Yeah,
You should
yeah.
really know this.
It's not going to happen every year.
Miguel Cabrera's Triple Crown season,
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. That's incredible hyperbole. Please,
But for the scale that we're at, you're right.
For the scale we're at, yeah. I mean, like, it's not like whatever.
Yeah, because he's better than our judge.
I don't want people to see this and be like, this guy's a fucking idiot. Yeah, I am.
You are a fucking idiot.
Like, yeah, I know.
Okay. No problem here.
Play of the game.
Play the game.
Brendan.
Yes.
We have a potential duck of the game.
Potential. What do I get a choice?
Potential. No, you don't have a choice, but we have a choice of how we take it. It's either going to be duck of the game or it's going to be rude.
Oh.
Because my play of the game is Tyler Poof's glove hitting Jack's single, an eventual single, for the error to make Jack reach base safely and, tie the game.
Or
that's it. Are we taking that as
Trevor Plouffe.
a rude play on Trevor's part, or are we taking it as Jack's hit is the play of the game?
I would think if it was Jack's, it would be a bigger play, like his home run or like a big strikeout. But I feel like that does more belong to Trevor than
it does, right?
Jack.
It does.
Yeah.
I feel bad. Write in the comments, guys who are listening, like on Spotify or on YouTube. Let me know.
What a strange final play of the game of the year.
It was the biggest play.
Yeah.
It was the biggest play of the game.
And I think we joked about doing rude ones for the sake of being rude, and this is just like an unfortunate.
This is like, unfortunately, this is the biggest play of the game, right?
Turning point.
Trev comes in specifically to get the out. He's the better pitcher on the team. The ball ends up being a quote unquote easy play for Shelfie to make. Upon first watch, I was like, oh my God, they got him. Like, is We Got Ice going to lose this game? Then you see the replay. Trev touches the ball. It's like, hey, by letter of the law, like, that's a hit. Trev knew it. He didn't even argue it. He might have argued it. We don't know. We haven't seen the behind. They might have cut a lot out.
Well, if they were playing against McFlurry Power, he would have argued it quite a bit.
On camera.
Yeah, on camera.
But that's what tied up the game. That's what, led to
that's
them
a big
being
swing.
put in
If that's
position.
an out, that is a huge swing.
If that's an out, that's 2 outs, bases loaded.
Terrifying.
Literally, like, Zoe is up. Shelfie's pitching again. Like, you have all this momentum behind
Pressure's
Shelfie.
now on Zoe.
A lot less pressure for Shelfie because even if he walks Zoe, it's just a tie game.
Yep.
Him touching that ball, it's a rude play of the game. It is.
But that's like the most
so
blitzball /
being
baseball thing ever. Is like that's just a game of inches. That little bit.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And I felt bad. I was like sitting back after this game and I reread my notes and I was like, what here is the play? I thought about, Jack like getting up to hit the ball.
Uh-huh.
I thought about, just picking one of Zoe's at bats where he was fouling the balls off like crazy. And I kept coming back and being like, I can't make this it, can I? But it's kind of the most iconic play of the game, and it's the most impactful play of the game.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else, especially because there wasn't like any exceptional plays like in the field.
Right.
The home runs were exciting at the time, but they weren't turning point home runs for the most part.
Ryan had some pretty good plays. Like,
yeah, but
Ryan
not like,
racing over to the wall to like get the out to prevent.
It's a very good play, but not like a play of the game play in my eyes. If the one that he almost dove and caught, that would have been a good play of the game. I
think if Forgotten Rotten won, I might have picked Ryan Cohen running over to the wall and getting the out. Because I think that if he doesn't do that, We Got Ice, maxes out the first inning easily. Yeah. But it's not what happened. It's a rude one to end the season, guys. You're welcome. You're welcome. Again, put it in the comments if you disagree.
If you have
with
a better
me.
one,
the early man's probably going to disagree with me because we're beefing.
They're beefing.
Beef. Where's the beef?
Makes burgers.
Burgers are made from beef. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
We have nothing to look forward to, Brendan, except we're deciding we're going to do this now. But we got some awards for all you people. Oh my God!
I'll do
stop
my best
clapping,
impression of Kelsey.
Please. No, you don't need to clap too much. No. Please, guys, stop. No, you don't need to clap all this much.
No, not so much. Not so much clap.
No, not so much. We decided to do this now because traditionally we do an awards episode where we have a Cy Young and an MVP. Brendy, They're kind of the same person.
Do we have a Duck of the Year?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Is that a fucking full-on goose, bro?
No, gooses and ducks are different. Duck of the Year,
gooses
everybody.
get older and they turn into gooses.
Our brand new award, Duck of the Year, is
Jack Doyle, baby.
Jack Doyle, baby. I'll make a graphic for it. And I'll send it to you at some point.
Very good.
We're Duck of the Year. Duck of the Year.
I'm excited for this graphic. You just
Why
post
is
yourself.
Why is he Duck of the Year, Brendan? Because there is no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
He's our
he was
MVP.
The best hitter.
He's our wall breaker. He's our plastic surgeon. He's all three.
He was the best of everything. We don't give plastic surgeon a wall breaker. That's not us.
Right. That's why we're not doing an award show. But he's the best.
That's
of
not
both
why.
things.
He is. I made a new stat from people who listened to the last episode. I made a new stat showing like pitching efficiency and like he's the most efficient pitcher. He has the most pitches before allowing a base. He has the least pitches before recording an out, and he has the best differential between the two, obviously. 0 earned runs, technically, because I guess the run that he gave up this game is attributed to Zoe's baseman. 41 pitches thrown per walk, which is third behind K-Mac and Colin. What a shock, right?
Yeah.
He had the most strikeouts, 15 strikeouts, as a pitcher. 15 of the 16 outs he recorded were via the K. Then you switch over to the batter side. We've talked about this tons. 864 final batting average. 31 total bases. For reference, the next highest is 19.
Wow. How many hits total? He almost had 19 hits. He had so many hits.
He had 19 hits.
He did? Oh, my God.
He had 19 hits.
My favorite number.
It's why is that your favorite number? That's crazy.
When you were in elementary school, you would get assigned a number every year based on your last name. And it was usually either 18 or 19, and I like 19 a little better.
14 RBI. Next highest is 12. With a 2.298 OPS, 1.409 slugging. Next highest is Zoe with a 1.0. Oh, I'm sorry. The next highest is Colin Stone with a 1.143. He blew everybody out of the water in every statistical category.
Bat and
the warehouse was in his favor. He was this may be, we've talked about it before, this may be the best performance we've ever seen in any warehouse
we'll
sport.
ever see. Maybe.
I don't know about that.
It might be.
In Blitzball, maybe. Sure.
In everything, it might be.
Who knows?
Who knows?
If we get somebody who's stellar bowler and batsman in the next tournament, or stellar,
I still be less impressed by that because bowling is half not skill.
Rude.
Compared to Blitzball pitching?
Tournament. Save it.
Come on.
Save it for the next tournament, Brendan. But Jack is all around the Duck of the Year. Congratulations.
I mean, he's earned it. This is the kind of thing that people have been waiting for a long time because everyone is like, they spend so much time in the warehouse. How are they not the best all the time? And they dominated. Jack Doyle is also so cool to watch pitch because every pitch of his is like a party trick, and it's crazy how effective it is. And he finally put it all together. He's never even been a crazy good hitter, and all of a sudden now he's just the person to look up to in every category. Good for you, Jack.
Good for you, Jack.
I love you.
Congratulations. Brendan loves you. I need to work. I need to feel it out.
Okay.
Brendan!
Yes?
Do you have a regular award for us?
When are we talking about secrets?
That'll be at the very end.
Okay.
Why?
I wasn't sure if I had to start coming up with a secret or not. And I wasn't sure if that was part of award season.
You could.
No, I don't really have any secret. I'm just an open book.
I have one secret. One big secret. And I think that you're really going to enjoy my secret. It's for later.
I have to wait.
You have to do an award.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. My first award is hold on, let me Google something really quickly. Keep the ball in the air. My award is
how do you spell miscellaneous?
You got me. My award is the TM5 award.
TM5.
This is a Pokemon thing, obviously. I'll give you that much, so you're not that in the dark.
What is TM5? Surf?
That's HM5, you fool.
Oh, shit. Fuck. TM5 is obviously fucking Shadow Ball, so you're gonna pick.
Think of like old school stuff where there's not. It's a good. This is TM5 in like
Swift?
first generation. No, close.
Swift?
It's a move that does not do any damage.
Swords Dance.
No. I'll give you one more hint. It's not Swords Dance.
I'm gonna go with Draco Meteor.
Good final guess. It's Roar, which gives our first award to Dan Rourke.
Dan Rourke.
Yeah, Dan
I had
Rourke.
a feeling. Once you said Roar.
Yeah. Dan Rourke, it's funny because at the end of the season, we didn't get to see him like fully blossom into the pitcher he was kind of seeming like he was going to be. But I think he had a overall good year. It might be a stepping stone year for him. And I'm hoping that he takes this year as a big win for himself and goes into next year and can become the stud he can be. He wanted to be, I think he said plastic surgeon this year. Was that his thing? Didn't end up happening,
I can't remember.
obviously, but I think there was some sparks in Dan's game this year that we saw that I am really excited about for next year. Ended badly, especially with the rage. Another TM I could have done rage. Would have been good for Dan.
Oh, could have. Too bad. Idiot.
But even though it ended badly for him, I am glad we got a little bit of great performance by him and a little bit of very angry Dan Rourke, because it wouldn't have been a Blitzball Battle season without Dan Rourke destroying something. So I'm glad we got to see that as well. Just one of my favorite players to watch. What a wholesome dude. We love that guy. And I love watching the Warehouse games because of him.
Because of him?
He's one of the reasons, but he's one of the big reasons.
Wow.
I can give you like my top 5 favorite players right now if you want me to.
Okay.
Dan Rourke.
Okay.
Jimmy O'Brien.
Who?
Not sure. I just made that name up. K-Mac.
Jimmy Bryan.
Jimmy Bryan. K-Mac.
Okay.
Joe's. And who's
Joe's.
there? McFly, of course, sorry.
Okay. I made the graphic.
And Jimmy Norp. Which makes Wooga's should be my favorite team.
That's fucking crazy. Joe, you know that Drew is the best friend of the pod, right?
Yeah. I just can't. I can't with Drew. He pisses me off too much.
You can.
He could be so good.
Yeah.
He will be so good someday. I hate mustaches. What can I say?
All right. Pretty good award, Brendan. Pretty good award, Brendan. Is it my turn yet?
I'll go again.
Okay.
No, I don't. I don't have anything. Please don't do this to me.
Please go ahead. My award is the David Copperfield Award.
What is he famous for? Googling. David Copperfield.
You're cheating. I didn't Google.
I have to know who he is.
I have to know what TM5 is.
You know what Pokemon is, at least. I've never heard of this guy in my life.
Yeah, you have.
He's a magician?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I need. I just need one little thing.
Everybody knows who David Copperfield is.
Magician.
They named the snakes after him.
Dark magician. Yu-Gi-Oh. Who looks like Yu-Gi-Oh?
Okay, you're on the
Chris
right
Rose.
track.
Magician. Pulls shit out of his ass.
You're,
Rabbits.
We got the
covered in rabbits, covered in shit. Okay, good. I have no clue. I'm going to say Lou.
No.
No. Well, I
Next
get one more
hint.
guess. I get one more guess. Okay.
You do get another guess. Do you want a hint or do you want to guess?
Hint.
What? It's associated with a magician's act. It's not specific to David Copperfield.
Huh. Something about a hat? Rabbit out of a hat?
That would be another hint, idiot.
Shelfie?
Okay, so Zoe wrote back to me.
Okay. Wait. I want to reveal your award, please. Before we do this.
No, it's not Shelfie. Brendan, when a magician makes something appear, poof. Tyler Poof.
Tyler Poof.
Tyler Poof is the recipient of the David Copperfield Award. Why? For no specific reason, just the fact that he had a really, really great season off of a really, really bad one. And I'm very happy to see Trevor being dominant again. A 520 batting average, 680 slug, 1.266. I almost said a 12.66 OPS. He did a really good job. 17 bases, third most in the batting category after coming off a really, 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 I cannot overstate this enough, really bad BB5 at the plate.
Yeah.
And then on the mound, he was fucking dominant. He was one of the absolute best pitchers in the entire tournament. His pitch efficiency was even because We Got Ice is incredible at the end, but it was still like 10 pitches per outs recorded. Same with the base allowed, but again, he came up coming into this game, he was negative, which is better. Really incredible performance. I think that I know people were talking, Jack versus Colin for MVP. A solid third place was Trevor. He did a really good job, and I think that if they continue to build off of this, then Forgotten Rotten is going to be inevitable by the end of this whole thing.
I agree. I was not
Agreed.
Googling things to figure out my next award at all.
So I asked Zoe to give me a quote for the fans. Zoe really did me dirty here. His quote is, "Go Celtics." Brendan, put the boo it, please. Boo him. Oh, damn it. Now they're money. Damn it.
All right.
Do you have a boo on there?
Somewhere, probably.
All right, Brendan. Last award. Your last and final award, and then I have one more actual final award.
My final award is the J.J. Abrams Award.
Okay, J.J. Abrams goes to Baggage as a team.
Yes.
There you go. You're welcome.
Very good. We got one. That's a half point for Peter.
That's a full point for me.
DVD.
I got 0 hints. I got 0 hints. That was a full award. A full point for Pete.
I really want to know.
Full point Pete.
4 point Pete. 4 points.
Full
Oh my
point.
God. I was about to give you 4 points. Holy shit.
The early man is going to take 4 points away from me, and we're going to fight being the early man.
Tune in to next episode with a real fight between early man Peter and Joe Crowley is going to be there too from The Burn a couple weeks ago.
I'm never going to say his name right, but he's the early man.
He's the early man. I really hope that Team Baggage can stop being Team Baggage next year.
Whoa! This is a perspective award.
Yeah. I just wanted to talk about my team. I'm nervous for the future. Last year, I don't want last year, the Blitzball Battle 5, to be the high. I feel like they're to take a step back after BB5 to what they did just now. It just makes me worry that they're never gonna even sniff Blitzball Battle Championship. Because to me, if they don't get a Blitzball Battle Championship, nothing else really matters. I don't really care. I'll be happy if they win another sport.
Matters.
But this to me, they started this. They came close with the original tournament, and it's just been a downhill thing ever since. And they're both working on different. Every time they figure something out, the other side of the ball starts to piddle out, and it's just like they can't put it all together at once.
I'll give you that.
Jake usually can't hit. Then he started to a little bit at the end. Then his pitching fell to shit. Jimmy is pitching well, but people are hitting it, and he stopped hitting all of a sudden. So there's just so many problems, and I think they don't even know what the answer is right now, and they're scrambling.
Yeah, I mean, BB1, they came the closest to a championship. BB5, they started to put it together, but like you said, Jimmy was there, Jake wasn't.
Yeah.
I would love to see them be good. I think we've talked to, how many people have we talked to who have been like, hey, we're all Baggage fans to start.
Yeah, everyone in the warehouse.
Yeah. That's a good award,
that'll make, if they win a championship, I would enjoy that more than what we just watched in We Got Ice, because We Got Ice deserves it more than anybody besides Baggage. I think they're number one in that regard. I'm number one.
I sent my cousin. Did I tell you my cousin sent me a video of her little son fucking flipping off the camera?
No, you told me about this though.
Hysterical. Absolutely hysterical.
Your final award
The last and final award is. I'm so happy you could make it, man. Award.
Hey, I'm so happy you could make it, man. Award. Huh. This is someone that traveled from far, far away to get here. Like.
It's going to Tyler Poof again.
No! Damn it, I knew it! Fuck! You could make it here. Does this go to Jimmy Norp?
You're fully on the wrong track.
No.
That's your hint. With the distance thing. Fully on the wrong track.
Man, who's the biggest, strongest man here?
What?
I'm so glad you can make it here. Man. We're talking manliness. We're talking big, strong man.
Hey, man. I'm so glad you can make it here.
Make it here.
Think
the championship?
Listen to
Zoe?
how I'm saying it.
Is it Zoe?
Listen to how I'm saying it, Brendan.
I guess it's not Zoe.
Hey, man. So happy you could make it here.
So it's not Zoe.
Not so.
Damn it. I thought if I said it the fourth time, it would
you
work.
wanted to lock it in after I very clearly. Brendan, this award goes to Justin Pennick.
No!
Justin Pennick did not provide a lot on the statistical side of the ball. He, struck out a lot. Let's see, how many times did he strike out?
7.
11 times
7,
he
11.
struck out. 11 times, 6 walks, 1 single. And then on the pitching side, 5 walks, 1 hit allowed, pretty good. 1 strikeout, which was electric. Really not here for his ability, but one of the most entertaining guys on the teams. I am so happy that we are getting 4 tournaments of Justin Pennick. I love watching Justin. I love him on my screen. He is a super, super nice guy.
Yep.
So I like
funny
him
guy.
In that respect.
Best
very
actor
funny
in
guy.
JM.
Best actor in JM. He cracks me up every time he's on the screen, and I'm very, very happy that we get more tournaments with Justin. I'm so happy that he's here. I'm happy he finally made a team that he's going to be on all the way through. Big fan of Justin Pennick.
Awesome.
So I needed to shout that out at some point.
I think he's going to start a trend where every little leaguer in the world is going to be striking people out and doing the power squat and point.
I hope so.
I hope that's the trend because it's so good. It's so funny, so powerful. I love it. I love his energy. He's always he brings the right kind of energy too. With he's always trying, but he always keeps it light at the same time and silly, which is what the entire point of the warehouse is.
Right, and I hope he really he gets to a place where he's confident enough to swing more because
we start to see it at the end too. So
otherwise, I think he's going to be
kicked out.
Yeah, I think he's going to get kicked out.
Luckily, he's one of their bigger creators where I think he's pretty safe for now, unless it gets really tough.
No, not kicked out of the company.
No, I know.
I think they're going to find somebody else to replace him.
Yeah, I think they'd rather have him there than Jolly, because Jolly is maybe is he a worse pitcher? I don't know. For some reason, in my mind, Pennick was a better watch on the mound than Jolly was.
In terms of what?
Like feel and just balls.
Jolly walks per
batters.
The pitches per walks.
Pitches per walks, yeah.
Pitches per walks. Justin's at an even 10. Jolly's at a 9.25.
Damn it, I'm wrong. It's stupid.
No, Justin hasn't beat by 0.75.
Very marginal. Okay.
Jolly allowed 8 walks. Justin allowed 5. Jolly allowed 4 hits. Justin allowed 1. They both had 1 strikeout. Jolly only recorded 2 outs as a pitcher. That's what it is. I think because Pennick has recorded a lot more outs, and that they let him go a little bit longer sometimes. But I think both people like Pennick and Jolly that have trouble with that side of the ball, I think are going to be safe for a little while because I think they really do want to keep these teams the same for a long time now. The difference is Jolly has the bat, and they did kind of allude to it in the BB6 thing where they were like, we'll see if this is the name of the team forever and if Justin is on the team forever.
Right.
So I think that if he doesn't get the confidence to start either swinging or be a better pitcher, he might get replaced.
That's why that one's not named after a player on the team, like the Jolly Olives.
Right. Exactly.
Fair.
So whatever. But that was the final award, Brendan. It's secret time. And you want to know the big secret?
Yeah?
For everybody listening, this is a Blitzball
I'm
Boy
not
specific
wearing
secret.
pants!
I've never worn pants. The Blitzball Boy specific secret. Brendan, I don't hate Dusty. It's been a bit this whole time. It's been a bit this whole time.
No way.
I love mascots. I think they're great. And it's been a bit. The only reason I didn't tell you off the podcast is that you blow up my spot every single time I do something like this and call it out immediately. So I said, I'm going to tell Brendan on the championship episode.
Wow. What a bit.
Don't hate
what a long
Dusty.
game you played there.
A really long game that has spanned across multiple platforms.
I'm shocked. I'm legitimately shocked. Oh my
yeah,
God.
it's a secret.
God.
It's a secret hour.
Holy
Brendan,
shit.
if you're legitimately, if any of the people listening are legitimately shocked, what should they be drinking?
Wait, I didn't get to tell you my secret.
You said you don't have a secret.
I actually hate Dusty. I hate him. I hate him so much.
Could you imagine we both
gets
played
run
the
over.
long con on each other the entire
This is so
time?
perfect. You have no idea.
Yeah.
Wow. What an end to the episode.
What an end to the episode. What an end to the tournament. Brendan, if you enjoyed Blitzball Battle 6, what should you be drinking?
If you enjoyed Blitzball Battle 6, please drink some subtlety. It's made by me. You can find it at thesubtlety.com. Use code HoppyBoys for $2 off your order. You can find the Hoppy Boys wherever you get your podcasts. You can watch it on YouTube. You can also watch the Blitzball. Let's watch the Blitzball Boys on YouTube. Subscribe. Keep subscribing. Let's get to that 200 mark. Please smash that subscribe, like, talk to us. We love it. We love it. We love you.
Except for the early man. We hate the early man.
I love the early man. I actually am the early man.
I don't hate the early man, but we are beefing.
We like beef is fun. Fake beef is fun.
The early man is going to comment something about this.
Yeah,
And
tune in
I'm
next
gonna
week
beef
for the real physical fight between early man and Peter.
the real physical fight between the early man and me. Thank you for listening. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for engaging with us. Thank you for watching. If you go into the YouTube, we really, really appreciate it. This has been a lot of fun, this tournament. It's been great seeing all the comments. In between this and the next tournament, I think we're going to be doing some interviews. I think Brendan's going to be putting out more of his Blitzball videos with our friend.
Stuff still, yeah, for sure. We'll have stuff. And I think ball play is going to come pretty soon, I feel like, too.
I think so.
So,
beyond that, hug your pets. Can't wait to see you guys in ball and play. Brendan, ask me the question.
Got anything else you want to talk about?
Nope.
Bye-bye. Bye.